Hi everybody, Chris here from Tree Holistic. Just want to jump on, talk about the wands that we provide at Trudy Holistic. In particular, we have an array. We have the Ascension wand in the large and small size. We have the Manifestation wand in the large and small size. We've got a new wand that's just come out, which is called the Quantum Entanglement wand, which just comes in this size, and it comes along with a few other things. You get a little black heart here that has got black shungite crystal powder in it. That adds another energetic to it. And we also have a wand that also encompasses tensor technology with the light technology, which I'm pretty sure call the light wand, that brings both the ascension and manifestation wands or properties together on one wand, where we have kind of two crystals on the end of the wands. You just switch them around to use whatever property you want to use. So we've got an array on there. You can check that out on the wands page on my product store at treeholistic.net/products/. But what I came on here to predominantly talk about was the manifestation wand, which, as I say, comes in two different sizes, right? They both facilitate the same energetics, right? One, people like the big one as a practitioner, right, to directly work in a certain area of your client. And with this one, you can, the smaller size, you can wear it around your neck as a pendant, right? So while you're actively not wanding an area, what we term or the technique of wanding, you can just wear it around your neck, so it's also still having an effect on your field, on your body, your being. Now, one thing we talk about the individual specific properties of what the manifestation wand does, because it brings through the cubit measurements and energetics, which are the fire and ether elements. So the fire infinity cubit and the eternity cubit, which are the fire and ether elements. Now, these are known of what we call celestial existence, which actually goes beyond source consciousness, right? The source of your soul consciousness. This goes even beyond that. And in fact, what we've come to find of why soul consciousness was introduced, right, with the purpose of why we are here, which is to bring things back into balance, right, to shift this predominantly dark forging experience that is kind of been unchecked back into balance through presenting our light, was really what celestial existence created us to forge and to become, right? The whole experience of us being here. So it's a bit of a background about that, but how you apply this to, if you're a practitioner, if you're just somebody that's self-empowered, is the fire element in particular, but also the ether element. Fire stands for renewal. Okay, so to renew, right? It's a bit like, what comes visually is the phoenix, right? Like that bird, that symbology of a phoenix, right? Something is burned and formed into its ashes for something else to be created out of that, right? So what I often recommend people, my clients that buy this product, is to wand areas in the body that have unrenewable tissue in it. And what we say is unrenewable is things like adhesions, scar tissue, a big one, calcification, right? And why I say big one, calcification, is because this is tissue that is formed when you have a particular injury, when you have surgery, right? When you're cut open and something surgically done, scar tissue is formed, right? Adhesion is formed, which then formulates this kind of barnacle, like out in the ocean, right? When there's something that is impeding the natural flow of things, there is a formation of barnacles. It's like a coral reef, if you want to see it like that. And that's what forms. Now, so things like arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, is built up of calcification, build-up of unrenewable tissue. And that tissue, why we call it unrenewable, because it remains, right? So we know that the body is renewing cells every 7 years, right? And why it does that? Because the body is a healing mechanism. Okay, that's its natural state, is to remedy and heal itself. That's what it knows what to do better than anyone else. And this is what we know at Truly Holistic, right? Is that a big aspect is we need to open the doors that provide the materials for the body to do what it knows what to do, and that is to heal itself, right? Scientists scratch their head around the world thinking, okay, why are we seeing all these degenerative problems? Why are we seeing the body break down like it does when the body knows how to heal itself, right? It's renewing cells every 7 years. But with tissue that we call adhesion, scar tissue, calcification, unrenewable tissue, why it doesn't get renewed is because the body doesn't identify that tissue as its own. So it doesn't become part of that renewable process. So when you wand those areas of the body that you know that has unrenewable tissue, what you're doing is you're shifting it from an unrenewable state where the body cannot identify it as its own, so hence it can't heal it or work on it, to now a renewable state where now the body can identify it as its own self, its own tissue, and hence it can be part of that renewable process. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that cool? We've known for years that, yes, it presents that renewable effect, right? Working on those things. But recently, an insight that's come forth to me from my soul consciousness within a session is what ultimately enables that is through shifting that tissue into a state that now the body identifies as its own. Cool, right? Now, it's huge because, and especially in regards to living a long age, because we know that, even life forms like a turtle, a tortoise, that live to a very long, lifespan, quite often what takes it out is arthritis, calcification. So is this a longevity approach to providing longevity? Yes, big time. All right. Now, of course, these wands provide that renewable effect, the manifestation wand. We also do have other bracelets and products and pendants that facilitate the fire infinity cubit, which is the fire element, and the eternity cubit that presents the ether element and other products. So if you are, let's say, not a wand person, right, but you want those energetics, right, to support your body in shifting unrenewable tissue into a renewable state so the body can then heal it, we can present other options through bracelets and pendants. Just look for those energetics. You'll see it in the description of the products. And we do have bracelets and pendants varieties of those energetics if you are not wanting the wand to facilitate those energetics. So go and check it out on my product store at trulyholistic.net/products/. But again, if you're interested in either the smaller variety, the large variety of the manifestation wand, you'll see a page that we have on the product store that is just for all the variety of wands that we have. The new wand here, which is the Quantum Entanglement wand, is more based about one's nervous system. We call it Quantum Entanglement because it's facilitating quantum energy. We use the quantum qubit to facilitate an influx of quantum energy. But we're also using a new qubit, which is called the network qubit. Okay, so which is also facilitated in our new products here as well, the network grid pyramids. Or tools. Go and check those out as well. But these tools and these ones behind me are all about the shift to get one's nervous system in a regulated state, which means balance. And what we're now finding at Truly Holistic, instead of giving all these identities, conditions, and labels and diagnoses of all these umbrella of conditions and illnesses that human experiences, we simply know that that's all a byproduct now of an unregulated nervous system. So we're making a huge attempt, a goal this year to focus on, hey, how do we present clearings? How do we present products that are all based about regulating one's nervous system? And this one's a great tool for it that works on the brain, the central nervous system, and so on. So this is a wonderful product. Also, this is on the wands page called the Quantum Entanglement wand. We've also added an additional thing you can get with the wand, which is to get a laminated anatomy pathology chart of the nervous system, where you can use this actively to wand your nervous system, your brain, your central nervous system, which then enables your nervous system to be a network, an extension of your light, because quantum means light. It means everything, which means everything about your being as a soul, because that's where you come from, which regulates the nervous system. And through regulating the nervous system, you're not enabling that nervous system to control the rest of your physiology in a detrimental, stressful, overwhelmed way. So it's not only just balancing your nervous system, it's maintaining wellness and vitality, but it's also enabling the body to gain the momentum and traction to remedy any health problem that is connected and originated through when you had an unregulated nervous system. So this is an amazing product. I wear it all the time, loving it, loving the effect I feel, feeling at peace. I actually had a client the other day who just saw the photos. She's just ordered a bunch of these, and when she just the energy coming through the photo, she was like, I feel calm. I feel the calmness in my being, my nervous system, just by looking at the photo. So again, Quantum Entanglement one, you'll go and see it. Again, it's the same design as the manifestation wand, but as I say, the energetics, we use the quantum and network qubit, where here we're using the fire infinity and the eternity qubit. So completely different energetics, even though they look very similar. So go and check them out. Go and check the rest of the wands on that wand page on my product store. Until next time, catch you later.